Hi, I'm Liz. I'm from New York City originally, but I've been Kakalakian for about 4 years now, and this is a sound check.
When I was coming up with the theme for Quick Questioning You, the thing was variety is the spice of life.
Oh, that's cool.
Because,
I definitely adhere to that.
Well, that's what I peeped out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I observed. You play multi-instruments. It seemed like you cross multi-genres.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm like, that's variety right there. So the first thing I want to ask you is how many instruments do you play?
Right now, 2.
2 instruments?
Well, 3 if you include my voice, but two instruments, the guitar and the piano.
3 in your voice.
And my voice. I've got a lot of musicians who give me flack for that. Singing is not, and it's definitely an instrument. Your body is your instrument. It's a lot of work. It's a very athletic instrument to play. There's no joke. I mean, really.
I know.
So for sure, and that's the one I've been doing the longest. The guitar and the piano. I've really only been playing for a couple of years.
Okay. So you actually have training.
Yes.
You actually have. Is there any benefits that you would promote training gives you?
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's so imperative. Even now, like right now, there's just the midst of so much going on with the record that we're recording and everything. But the truth of the matter is, as soon as I get into a place where I have a little more time, I want to get back to training. Even though I'm already professionally doing it, it's so imperative to have someone objectively look at what you're doing. There's so many techniques, and you never know how many new techniques you can learn. Like singing really is all about breathing. So learning how to breathe, how to resonate your sound, what tricks you can do without hurting your voice. I mean, there's just so much. And then on top of that, just training in your theory, knowing when to use a bluesy scale, when not to, knowing the differences between, like if you're going to be using something jazzy, how do you resonate and shape your mouth to make the sound, to give it like a retro sound? How do you make that more gospel? How do you make that more, and so on and so forth? Like when you hear a lot of these like rock and rollers screaming, they're not actually screaming. It's just a way of using your voice to make that sound. So training is imperative. Like if you want to take it seriously and you want to do it seriously, as a singer especially, a lot of singers don't think so. Most instrumentalists know that they got to get some lessons, but training is been definitely monumental for me.
Would you be able to teach?
Yes. I'd be easier with someone who already knew what they wanted to do and who they were. I have a hard time with folks that, I want to be a singer, and then a lot of people like to say they're driven. Get me? So it's difficult because there's so much that I can't do for you as a teacher. I can only show you how to do the things that you want to do better, or give you the techniques I have. So I could definitely teach, and I have taught some singers. But again, with my busy schedule, it's hard to squeeze the teaching in.
I just wanted to know the range of awareness here. You know what I mean?
Right,
you know
right. Yeah, so, I've definitely been studying it for a very long time. I definitely have enough under my belt to be able to pass them on. But there's still so much that I need to learn, though. So,
because I was thinking, when I asked the question, when I wrote the question down, like I don't think institutions or whatever to teach is necessary. But then the list of things you went down that was advantageous was things that need to be marked.
And institutions sometimes can be a little impersonal. So it's good for your theory stuff, because that stuff is the same no matter what. Who your teacher is so important. And I think that's where you're coming from. And sometimes it's also important. Like I did a lot of training, but I also did a lot of self-training. And that's imperative in finding your own identity, because what happens is a lot of people, with classical it's different. Classical is a little different. If you're going to go the opera or jazz route, that's a little different. But if you're going to go the pop commercial route, it's imperative to have that classical training, because that way you know how to use your instrument, but then to also have some time on your own where you're discovering things on your own and discovering things about your voice on your own. And there are vocal coaches out there that will teach you the technique without taking away those idiosyncrasies. So it's also about finding the right teacher.
I got you.
I definitely have been fortunate to have amazing teachers. I went to a school in New York called Five Towns College. Phenomenal. I consulted with one of the professors, and I remember he told me, the truth is this is great education here, But if you want to be a successful commercial artist, what you really, really need is the experience. Because even when you're done here, you're still going to have to go out there and learn how to apply everything you've learned in the real world, how to enamor an audience, you know what I'm saying? How to really captivate who you are on a stage. So you're still going to have to learn that even after you've gone and gotten your bachelor's or your master's or what have you. So he said, I understand the position you're in. Really get yourself a teacher for your piano teacher, a guitar teacher, and a vocal coach, and get out there and start playing.
Dang. Experience the best teacher. The teacher said. The teacher said experience the best teacher.
It has been. It's no breaks. Homework all the time. That's
what's up. And I saw your vlogs.
Oh yeah.
I saw a couple of vlogs. I did a little research. Wanted to come to the game prepared.
Right.
And I was like, yo, I was impressed with how much you share.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm real shy.
They're my homies. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a great way. Vlogging is awesome. Because
I would never come fresh off a half an hour of writing a song. I would never come public. Like I would, but then really on purpose I won't. You know what I mean?
Well, it's for me it's really important to develop like a personal relationship with everyone who listens to my music and as much as you can, because really like I'm getting in touch with so many people at once. It's only so personal you can get. So those vlogs are really special to me. I haven't been able to vlog recently, but I want to get back on the schedule because it's such a great. And you know, the thing is that people respond. Not a lot of people commented, but I used to get inbox messages all the time, and people really like they develop, you know, a relationship with you.
I wrote in a couple of times to you as a Facebook friend because it was interesting. Like you accomplished what you sought out to do by then.
Oh, awesome!
And it made me want to be your friend or something. You know, like, oh man, thanks for sharing that.
I mean, because we are. I mean, especially if I'm sharing my music is very personal. So being that I'm sharing such personal stuff and touching on things that we all feel, it just seems impersonal. It's like, here's a piece of my heart. Now, excuse me, I've got to. You know what I mean? It just seems wrong. There's a disconnect there. So that's what I wanted to do with the vlogs. Really, was to kind of create a friendship with the audience. Hi, my name's Liz. You're about to watch my video, my vlog video for Alone Together, which is a song about feeling like there's no reciprocity in your relationship, and even though you're together, somehow you're alone. I hope you enjoy. It's one of my favorite songs on the record. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Your body silently, without uttering a gesture. Your face as blank as my mind. I wish I could read what caused you the displeasure, love, but the mystery bruising your eyes. And now that your presence no longer exists, I feel like I'm going to implode. As much as I fight, I can't seem to resist the silence that traps me alone. Oh, 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 oh. Fill the empty spaces. Ooh. baby, I think I've lost my voice when I drifted around you, and it almost seems like there's no choice, baby, soundlessly I'm bound to you. Together.
That seems draining to do that song.
Yes, it is. It's very intense.
Please put some emotion into it.
Sorry, I'm trying, you know, to dry well, man. I'm trying to pump.
How many genres would you say you cross?
Man,
I put 4 out there.
I love that you phrase it that way, because a lot of people say, well, what do you consider, what genre of music would you consider yourself? And that's always a tough, because one of my producers, Lance Ashley, he says that I have musical ADD. And I don't disagree with him. Soul music, neo soul, there's a little bit of spoken word in there, a little bit of rock, there's Latin music, there's folk, singer-songwritery stuff. Man, I do hip-hop too. I haven't released any of that, but I've done Spanish hip-hop, and I do like hooks and stuff on other films and stuff. I've collabed with a lot of hip-hop artists, so hip-hop.